Michael Youn, me and you all the way, baby. Texas going under. Oh, wow.
Good evening, degenerates, and welcome back to another episode of DEGEN Hours, your go-to podcast for all things sports, gambling, and DEGEN entertainment. It's good to be back, boys. We're winding down on our preseason episodes because something amazing's happening. We're only 4 weeks away.
Wait, do we have a game this week? Is there a football game on television this week?
The whole thing. It just happened on Thursday night.
Yeah, last
the
night.
game just happened last night. It's the first preseason game, Hall of Fame game.
And the under hit. It's crazy.
We don't really talk about preseason football much, but we're so excited for everything that we just have to talk about it. But yeah, 4 weeks away from week 0 college football.
I'm itching.
Same day as our draft. But all that to look forward to this week in the present. We are finishing up our fantasy football rankings. We're talking about the tight end position. We did quarterbacks, wide receivers, and running backs. Finished running backs last week. Very heated discussion. If you didn't see it,
go
ahead, check it out. Episode 4.
That's a good one.
We're doing tight end rankings this week, and then we're hopping back over to college football. We're going to go through all of the top teams' win totals and debate whether or not we like the over or the under, as well as each of us giving you our favorite props in futures for this upcoming college football season. So that could be like a team prop, whether that's like a team to win the conference, player props, over, under yards, touchdowns, whatever. It's a pretty packed episode. When NFL season rolls around, as well as college football season, we are going to be doing something very innovative around here called the Subscriber Picks Parlay. At the end of each show, we're going to go through our Mortal Lock segment, where each of us gives you our favorite football bet for the week. We are going to then parlay all 5 Mortal Locks, put $50 on it, and calculate live what that would pay in a 5-team parlay. Whatever that amount is, we are going to be raffling it off, if it hits, to one subscriber. It should be about $1,400 to $1,500. What's going on, Tate? You excited about it?
$1,500.
$1,500 going up.
For free. For free?
Well, no, all they have to do
It's like a coupon.
is like, comment, subscribe.
But better.
Okay.
Like,
So
comment.
you guys better do that.
Yeah, all you have to do, like, comment, subscribe. That's 3 entries into the Subscriber Picks Parlay raffle. You have to be subscribed to enter. We don't have very many subscribers at the beginning, so one of these hits early on, very high chance to make some money. So,
And you know what they say, Ty?
what do they say, Mike?
3 is better than 1.
Yep, they do say that. So go ahead, get on early, subscribe now, make sure you don't forget it. This will start coming around end of the month when football season comes around. Last week, we gave out 3 picks for our best bets of the week.
Yikes.
I mean, I kind of gave out 5, but
Well, the
just
best
say-
bets.
yeah.
Each of us had one. Me, you, and Ryan. They did not go fantastic.
No.
I binked my UFC bet 2 weeks ago. Last week, I had the Dustin Poirier fight under 2.5 rounds.
had
And
the
over
you had the
2.5
over.
rounds. And that just, he got his head kicked.
That kick was
real
That
early.
was
kick of the year.
murderous.
That was insane.
Yeah, he got. If you didn't watch the fight, Google it. Look it up on
That
YouTube.
kick by Justin Gaethje was insane.
Gaethje
Oh,
put
it was-
the
it was
base of
filthy.
his foot to like this direct side.
That whole
of-
night, that whole card was actually electric.
Yeah.
It was so fun.
So many cool knockouts.
Yeah, it was cool to watch, but very unfortunate for the bankroll. Mortal
yeah.
Lock did not hit there. Mike also gave you some UFC picks.
Yeah, I had a few. They were a little tough. So let's start with the good ones, and then we're going to slowly progress into the...
Or we can quickly progress. Yeah, let's go
Yeah, we'll
ahead.
quickly progress
get through 'em.
to the more highly valued and the tougher losses. So, obviously, Kevin Holland, quick finish versus Chiesa with a Darce choke. He kneed him in the face, brought him down, killed him with a Darce. It was actually beautiful.
That was a win.
Very well done. Second, Bobby Green destroyed Tony Ferguson.
Yeah.
That's the sickest thing I've ever seen.
He quite literally more than doubled his total strikes landed and then almost doubled his strikes thrown.
Just
We
retire-
knew-
Finished him in the
Yeah,
third.
we knew
Yeah.
Ferguson wasn't gonna.
Yeah.
I mean, it's his 6th fight,
Tony's
his 6
washed,
losses in a
yeah.
row.
It was
like,
sad to watch.
Yeah, he's done. Thompson versus Pereira. Did not expect this one to get canceled. Pereira unfortunately missed weight by 3 pounds. If you think back to 2018 when Thompson fought Darren Till, he got his ass kicked. And it was one of the few times I made an exception to somebody missing weight. He thought he could do it, show his heart. He didn't want to take that risk again. He's too old, so I admire it. And now, my mortal was Jan Blachowicz versus Alex Pereira. And
How did that go, Mike?
Bing bang.
yeah, it was like, I don't know, the reverse of that because it was terrible. Bahara's very good.
You didn't win that.
No, he's a monster. He won by split, but still, Bahara's great.
Yeah.
I need to
Fighting
put
at
more
his natural weight. For
Yeah.
once.
Dude, and he put on
Pretty much.
He put on 23 pounds the night of.
I believe
Went
it.
from Friday to
I believe it.
Saturday.
That's
Put on
sick.
23
Yeah.
pounds.
Dude, the guy is so unbelievably athletic. He can
No,
cut
he's-
weight and bounce back in
Whereas
24
Blahovic
hours
looked
and
so
still.
gassed
He looked good, yeah.
Yeah.
after the first
I
round.
The first like
Blahovic is
40
kind of-
seconds.
Yeah, it was it was rough. But
So-
and then Gaethje we already covered. But overall, pretty tough card for me. But it is what it is.
You'll
We'll
get him
bounce
back.
back. Oh
you'll
yeah,
get him
we'll bounce
next time.
back
So
soon.
we were 0 for 2. Ryan gave out the Hall of Fame game under.
Under, baby. Yeah,
What was the under?
it's under 33.5.
What was the score of the game?
But
Score is still currently 0-0 because I thought the game was on Monday and it was on Thursday, and we normally film on Tuesday.
Yeah, so this is being posted on
Friday.
Friday. You're watching this Friday if you're watching it when we posted it live. We film Tuesdays. The game hasn't happened yet.
So when you're watching this, bang, the bet hit under 33.5. Final score 19-7. Bing bang boom.
1910.
I thought,
19-10.
I thought you were going to go 1917 and give them an over. 36 points.
Change my bet.
just Uno reverse
double
card on
down.
everyone.
Mortal this week, next week, future weeks.
19.
Uno
Yeah, 19,
reverse
that's a lot of
after.
field goals.
Let me safety.
It'd be tough to get 19 off strictly field goals.
Safety, bro.
That'd be an interesting score.
Well, there's one touchdown and then.
Yeah, no, I got you.
makes sense.
The last thing I want to talk about, rough week for the Mortals overall. They'll be a lot better when we get to football season. Right now, we're just kind of
yeah.
throwing shit
Oh,
at the
yeah.
wall, see what sticks. Current news, and then we can actually get into the action today. Jonathan Taylor is having a whole type of argument with the Colts in this organization.
God, I love it. I
Mike,
love Jim Mercer.
I know you hate
He's-
Jonathan Taylor. Yeah, it was hilarious because
it's great.
like 2 months ago, JT said, I signed the contract. It's my duty to play. Like, I'll be there. His agent apparently said, like, he's not going to play if you pay him. Like, he requests a trade. And then Jim Irsay took a very strong stance.
Yes.
I love that
He
guy.
said nah.
I
He
love that
said,
guy.
like, something
said
about,
no.
like, if they both died, no one would miss them or
Yep.
something like
Yep.
that. I think that was
Football would go on.
Yeah, that was a pretty strong way of saying you are not getting traded. Go ahead and suit up. So we'll see what happens. Just something to monitor.
I love it.
No, it'll be an interesting season for sure. Running back drama continues. We're not talking running backs today, but I think there's only more to come.
Also,
We
that.
might
down
have to
with- down
adjust
with
our
JT.
rankings after that.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor higher in the list. He's
Oh.
more motivated, but
More mood.
yeah, he's
JT,
ready, he's
off
ready to go.
the top 32 list.
Okay, we don't need to put him with
Enough,
Saquon.
enough,
Jesus.
enough.
Whoa!
right. The tight end position, possibly the most overlooked position overall in fantasy drafts. People kind of just throw it aside. As like a
Underappreciated.
must-have.
Yeah.
Underappreciated is the
how
word
you
that
win
was
leagues.
coming to mind as well.
Yeah.
If you have a top tier tight end that's like outperforming the rest of his group significantly, like Kelsey did last year, he scored over 100 points more than the number 2, which was TJ Hawkinson.
Yeah.
That could really help you win a league. It's helped a lot of people win leagues. So we're gonna go ahead, not spend too much time on it, but I want to hear everyone's tight end rankings 1 through 7, or we can start 7 and go through 1. Mario, go ahead and kick us off. Just go ahead and read it out. We'll all go around, give ours, and we can talk about it for a bit after.
Okay. So at number 7 on my tight end list, I have Dallas Goedert. Number 6, I have George Kittle. Number 5, I have Kyle Pitts. Number 4, TJ Hawkinson. Number 3, Darren Waller. Number 2, Mark Andrews. And number 1, Travis Kelce.
Okay, Mike.
I actually like that, first of all. Very different, but I kind of like it.
All right, let's hear what you got.
7, gonna go Tyler Higbee. 6, Evan Ingram.
That's the worst thing ever.
5, Darren Waller. 4, TJ Hawkinson. 3, George Kittle. 2, Mark Andrews. And 1, Travis Kelce.
I like it. You mixed it up a little bit right there.
Yeah.
My number 7 is gonna be the same as Mario's, Dallas Goedert. Number 6, I'm getting Evan Ingram. 5, TJ Hawkinson. 4, George Kittle. 3, Kyle Pitts. 2, Mark Andrews. And 1, Travis Kelce.
Jesus Lord. All right, well, no, I have a fun one because I kept it interesting. But my 7, I have like a little tie if you want to throw something in there. I have Dallas Goedert at my 7, but I also have, if you want, Taysom Hill. If like he locks in that tight end position, he averaged the 3rd most points per game last year, just for a little stat, regardless. 6, Evan Ingram. 5, TJ Hawkinson. 4, Darren Waller. 3, Kittle. 2 Mark Andrews, and 1 Travis Kelce.
Tate.
At number 7, Greg Dulcich. Number 6, Darren Waller. 5, Dallas Goedert. 4, T.J. Hawkinson. 3, George Kittle. 2, Mark Andrews, and 1, Travis Kelce.
Seems like our top 3.
Interesting.
Our top 2 were unanimous.
Well, yeah, no one. We don't even talk about the top of the list. Travis Kelce. We'll talk about ADPs for those guys in a second, but just for the top 7, a
Let's
couple.
talk about your 3.
I was gonna say my 3 isn't on Tate's 7 list.
And it's not on mine either.
Or Michael's.
I mean, yeah.
Kyle Pitts is okay. You look at the
Covens died.
I have him at 5.
forget about the
died.
stats for a second. Let's
No.
Forget about anything
Let's
logical.
throw stats out the window.
No,
Results
that's
don't
what Tyler
matter.
likes to do.
Higgins.
Yeah, it's the
We've
T.
only
Higgins. Forget
seen-
about the stats.
We've only seen 2 years. That's
Only.
such a small sample size, and he hasn't had a quarterback like Ritter really to tune up with.
We've
Right,
only
he's
seen
only had
2
better.
years, and he does have the most receiving yards of all time in a tight end's first 2 years. And he had the most abysmal season last
He was
season.
terrible.
Yeah, his
He was
second
terrible
year
last
was absolutely.
One thing about Kyle Pitts, I think people are completely off of him now.
Yeah.
Like
very true.
people were all over him early, which is dangerous sometimes for a player. Sometimes it pays out. It's like low. It's like high risk, low return in a way. Like you draft him really high, he's not gonna beat Travis Kelce in points. He's not gonna get more points than Mark Andrews. But like if you're rookie year, you're taking him like that high. It's like, oh shoot, like he maybe stays where you drafted him. And falls
He
off.
was set in 33 last year.
Yeah,
No, I know.
I
He was
believe it.
terrible.
I
Oh
believe
my
it.
god.
Well, he dealt with some injuries, and
He was
he also had
unplayable.
the most inaccurate quarterback in Marcus
It
Mariota.
only got worse though, but yeah.
I don't know about that, but I think this team overall improves
Yeah.
a bit, and I also think just with freak athletes, which he is a freak athlete, like regardless of where you think he is,
Number 4
he's
overall pick.
an absolute freak athlete.
Yeah, he's like 6'8", runs like a 4.4.
I think he's like, yeah, well, he just
6'7".
he's like
He's a freak, yeah.
he jumps out the gym, can catch everything. If they need to find a way to utilize him, that's kind of my brain. Is like if you're a coach and you have him on your team and you're paying top 5 pick money for him, like they have to find a way to utilize him. I'm not drafting any of my tight ends after Mark Andrews very high to begin with.
Yep.
So I think in that
Same here.
bunch,
Yep,
I can
same.
put Kyle Pitts at the top of that. That's my
Yeah,
logic.
my only problem with that is that
Yeah.
Kyle Pitts is being drafted high. Like he's tight end 4 on a lot of lists,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is like going around like the 4th round. You know what I mean? Which I just can't touch for being Kyle
Yeah.
Pitts.
No,
But
absolutely
like
not.
Yeah.
he is, I just feel like if he was on any other team, he'd ball. I don't know why it's the Falcons, but like he's the 4th overall pick as a tight end. That's never even heard of, especially in our generation. Like,
Yeah.
And there's no receivers on that team. He's going to
Just
get a
Drake
ton
London?
of target share. Like
Just Drake London.
but like
Drake
really,
London.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm not a big Falcons guy, but we'll see.
Michael, I noticed.
Yeah, Mike had some interesting
I mean,
guys.
I had super buy. I had to throw it in
Where
there.
was it?
Tyler
Glasser.
Higbee had couple while back, couple times little.
If it holds near and dear to you that you like to be able to, anyway.
English, English.
What, hey, hold on. Words. Slow down. That
Had a
was
couple
that
times
that was not
a while
sentence.
back.
Go ahead.
Sometime previous in history, I had a close encounter with Mr. Higbee. Great person, fan of him, also fan of the Rams. So got to ride with him on my top 7 list.
That was like that whole minute. That's what you were coming to say.
Oh yeah,
Was just that you had met him one time.
oh yeah, great guy, very kind.
Dude, this is why Mike's on the
I feel like you're
I mean,
speaking like pig Latin or something.
He's like code with someone else on the other side of the camera. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it's as if like we're not supposed to understand what he's saying, but like one individual watching, he like hands him a note. He's like, "Listen, 18 minutes into the podcast, I'm gonna be mumbling around." He's like, "The third word, it's like a keyword or something."
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
You'll never know.
Tate, I noticed you had an interesting
Greg
one at your
Dulcich.
number 7.
Oh, yeah.
What's up with that?
Greg Dulcich.
What's going on there?
I mean, I have to throw in my UCLA Bruin.
You just have to.
All
I
right,
have
it's
to.
super bias.
And
There's
I'm
nothing
also
to bias.
on the
Super
Broncos
bias.
this year.
Yeah, if you're on the Broncos, it makes sense to.
And Greg Dulcich
right.
is kind of a freak. I mean, he came in like probably midway through the year last year. That guy was putting up numbers with Albert O on that team.
He is good. For me,
I think
he's kind of like the Dallas Goedert kind of situation for me, where I think Dallas Goedert's probably like a top 3 or 4 tight end, but they have AJ Brown,
So
they
they
have
have the
Devontae
feed.
Smith.
Yeah,
Too
like,
many, yeah.
There's just too many people on that team for him to rise that high on my tight end list. I don't mind it though. I mean,
we all know how those Broncos receivers turn out every year.
Terrible.
Awful.
Well, either studs or
Injured.
out
There's
for
no
the year.
between.
It's literally like it's either season-ending injury or like
Yeah.
Jared
great
finishes
value.
top
Like
10.
Plus,
they
who knows
finish,
where Russell Wilson is? But yeah, I mean, besides a couple towards the end, this is why we're not going to spend too much time on tight ends. I don't.
Darren Waller is
Oh
my
yeah,
Darren
go
Waller.
tight
ahead.
end 3.
Go ahead and talk
I'm a
about
forward.
Darren
I
Waller.
love
I
Darren
think,
Waller.
I mean, all the reports in training camp are saying that he's wide receiver 1.
I believe it.
Like they literally don't have anyone else on that team. Daniel Jones, he can sling it.
Dan
It's
Dimes.
Danny Dimes. Put some
God.
respect on his name.
Ryan couldn't hold it together after he said
Literally.
Daniel Jones.
No, like listen, he's not. You don't need to be like a top 10 quarterback to
He's
get
close
your.
to it though.
Oh,
We don't need to be a
he's
top
up
15
there.
either.
You don't need to
No,
be
he's
top
up there.
15 to get your tight end involved.
No, I agree.
and so I think he's a mismatch nightmare. He's a little bit like a freak athlete like Kyle Pitts. I mean, he's going to get a ton of targets. I think this is a big year for him.
I don't mind.
He just
that.
has to stay healthy.
You can also get him pretty late. So.
You can get him very late. You can
Yeah.
get him in like the 8th or 9th round.
All the time the Giants are going to be down. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Speaking of where people are getting drafted, let's go ahead and talk about ADPs. I just want to know. We'll start with Tate over here. I'm gonna just name the top couple tight ends and where their ADP is in the mock drafts right now preseason. You let me know if you're taking them above that, right at that, or if you're not even touching them there. You're avoiding it. Travis Kelce, ADP 6.3.
Love it.
So like even.
So you draft him at 6.3 or before? You know,
Like
I
if you
kind
have
of think it's right.
well, you
at
are
it.
the 6th pick
I am the
in
sixth
our
pick.
draft. So
I'm the sixth
are you
pick.
You're
getting?
not taking Travis Kelce.
It's
We all know you're not taking
Nope.
Travis.
It's a disrespect every year. People nod their head and go, "Oh yeah, it's his
No,
ADP,"
no,
but
like-
no one ever takes him.
yeah. I mean that's
Which is
the
ridiculous.
thing. Like
So
his ADP is actually like 6, and I'm taking him at 6.
okay. So you like him at 6, Ryan.
You're not taking
You're
him
not
at
drafting
6. Yeah,
Travis
you're
Kelce.
not
Are you drafting him
Travis
at 6?
Kelce.
I've been asking you about picking here at 6. I've never heard you say Kelsey once in the last 2
You're not drafting
or
Kelce.
month.
Well, who is it that Tate likes that no one else likes that he's going to draft way higher?
He had Pollard,
Tony
or
Pollard.
Chubb,
Tony Pollard. Yeah.
or
just-
one of the wide receivers.
Yeah, whatever.
But regardless, my actual argument was, I think Kelsey that's a good number. I think 6 is a good number for
Yeah.
him. If people want to go 4 or 5 or higher, not even a question for me. Go ahead. He finished
It's deserved.
not
For
even
sure.
deserved. He finished as wide receiver 5 last year. Wide receiver 5. He finished 100 more points than any other tight end. He finished as wide receiver 5. Some people are like talking about, oh, I love wide receivers this year. Take Kelsey.
He's
as
a
value
top
at wide
5 receiver, yeah.
Not only
Yeah.
is he going to be the top 5 receiver, he's the most consistent. Doesn't get injured.
Yeah.
Stays like locked in with the best quarterback. Yeah, obviously. But still, like I just think it's ridiculous. Everyone says, oh yeah, I believe his ADP 7. Never takes him at 7. I have the 10th pick in this year in this draft, and I think I'm going to get him strictly.
I don't think-
on the thought because everyone goes, oh yeah, Kelsey, and then never takes
He
him.
won't fall to 10.
You're not
From the
getting
time
Kelce.
I got him at 12 last year, there's nothing really different.
Yeah, I think you should
Yeah.
draft Kelsey. I'm going earlier than the 6.3.
Ooh.
I'm totally on that train. I've been off the tight end bandwagon, which for most tight ends is what I'm going to continue my position as. Kelsey, I think, is different. Until further notice, he's the wide receiver 1 and the only wide receiver on the Chiefs. Chiefs preseason every year, people start hyping up like random receivers. Like I'm a Clemson fan, so I was getting excited with all the Justin Ross hype going around. You're hearing some good things about the rookie Rice. You're hearing like random, but like these are all random receivers. Travis Kelce's the only established wide receiver on that team. Yeah. You could, like, I see an argument why he should be the receiver. If he was a receiver, he should be the one drafted right below Justin Jefferson. So I'd go earlier than the 6.3.
Yeah, I would personally just stay right about even about the 6th spot, only because I think it's too. Okay, gonna sound a little weird. I think it's too shallow to be drafting a tight end that high when I think you kind of need more depth within other positions such as running back or receiver. It's like if you lose one of your top like picks who's a receiver or running back, you're gonna have at least like a decent secondary person to take their place. Whereas if Kelsey gets hurt, which of course hope he doesn't,
Then
I
you're
mean,
kinda screwed.
You're kind of screwed.
But the
and then
people
you
you can
also
pick
kind
up
of
can finish
wasted.
top 7 because he scores 100 more points than anyone else.
But realistically, it's what we were just talking about. It's like we only named top 7 tight ends because there isn't that much depth in that position. So it's like
So wouldn't you be incentivized to go grab the top one then, since everyone else is just kind of in the middle?
You're not
Not
hoping, you're not guessing on injury. You're hoping everyone plays 100%. That's how you draft.
yeah, 100%. But you also have it's like hope for the best but prep for the worst type deal, right? So it's like
I hear what you're saying. I don't agree with the conclusion there. But okay, so you think right around 6?
yeah, I'd say even.
Mario.
I would probably say right around 6. to maybe like a spot or two after
Okay.
in the 6 to 8 range. I wouldn't go higher than 6, me personally. I think Kelsey's still going to be, obviously I had him the number 1 ranked tight end. I think he's going to be amazing. The only thing is his yards per game 2 years in a row have decreased. Not a big concern because, I mean, he is aging, but I just think as like Mark Andrews didn't have Lamar Jackson full season, like I think other guys are going to step up and the gap's going to close a little bit. And I think there's other guys that you can get in way later rounds that could produce or at least challenge. Like I think Mark Andrews and there might be one other tight end will actually challenge Travis Kelce. That's kind of what it is every year. But yeah, I wouldn't take like a top 4 pick with Kelce.
Where are you going with Mark Andrews, though? Mark Andrews ADP 28.7. Do you think that's fair, or would you take him earlier or later?
28.7, so like 29th pick. Yeah, I like that pick.
So that's right around where you take him?
Yeah.
Early.
I had him on my list for ADPs in the 25 to 29 range. Realistically, is like I think his actual value. Me personally, I would probably draft around the 28, 29 pick. So
Okay, so you like it.
So
Mike,
I like
what
that
do you
spot.
feel?
Personally, if it's not Travis Kelce, I'm not drafting a tight end until after a third. So anything that isn't below 36, I'm probably not going to touch him. Again, it's what Ryan touched on before. Travis Kelce ended 100 points above the second tight end in the league. I mean, it's just like, why waste? Not waste, but I mean, I don't know. It seems like a waste to me.
But that was just last season specifically. Like, there's been other seasons where like Mark Andrews and Travis Kelce are like
Yeah, or Kittle.
what,
are killing it, and then
30-point
no
gap
one.
or something between the two.
I don't have. I didn't look
I
it
have it
up.
up, but no, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I'm not all the way to Michael where I'm like, I'm never drafting a tight end in the top 3 rounds if it's not Kelce, but I do think that's a little high for Mark Andrews. I think other guys are going to be kind of similar to Mark Andrews. Like for me, it's like Kelce and then like Andrews, Pitts, but they're both like down there a bit. So I think this is a little bit of a reach. I wouldn't take Mark Andrews at 29.
Yeah, I'm the complete opposite. I think that anything after the second round, so like the 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, up to his 29th ADP, is a great pick for him. If Kelce didn't play football, he would be the only tight end to finish top 5 the last 4 seasons. He's the most consistent tight end in all of football. Yeah, according to points per game, the number 1 tight end because Kelce got hurt 2 years ago for the last 4 years. So he is. I think that for the tiers, we say Kelsey's 1 by a mile. I think then it's Mark Andrews by a margin, and then it's the rest of the league, personally. That's why I like
so
Mark Andrews.
you're going earlier,
Yeah, a
Tate?
little earlier.
Yeah, I'm going to go earlier too, but not by a lot. Probably like 3 or 4 picks earlier. Like Ryan said, I had him last year, and I watched him, like, I don't know what happened at the end of the year. He was dropping passes everywhere. He was Mr. Butterfingers.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, and that was with Tyler Huntley. And if he is Lamar Jackson healthy this year and he's catching passes and the offense is going to open up,
offense
he's
should
going to
be
be he's going to be back to that form where he's rivaling Kelce as
He's legitimately the only one that ever rivals or challenges Kelce.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what Ryan said, I think Andrews is closer to Kelce than the third person is to Andrews.
Ooh, I would disagree with that.
It's
But
really not even a logical debate according to fantasy points and anything you want to debate. But I
yeah,
agree.
I'm not a fan there. Last one I want to touch on, George Kittle's ADP is right around 50. Tate, you taking him at the beginning of the 5th round, or you think it's a reach? You think it's a steal?
I don't know why. I love George Kittle. I just think he's such a good football player. So I'm definitely going to take George Kittle. I love his upside. Everybody knows he can ball. He's an absolute stud. He can easily be up there in the conversation, but, you never know what the quarterback situation is and what, they're going
Apparently
to do
Sam
in San
Darnold
Francisco.
might be.
Apparently Trey Lance is taking.
Apparently Brock Purdy.
No, Brock Purdy's the starter, but apparently Trey Lance is heating up the seat a bit for
You
Brock
heard
Purdy.
he was good? I heard he was
Someone
bad.
wins 9 games and takes
No,
it away.
he has had 2 practices in a row where he's been like 10 for 12 in practice. Like
It's Brock Purdy every day of the week.
no, I think Brock Purdy's better. I'm just saying apparently
Watch out
Trey
for Sam
Lance.
Darnold.
Jesus Christ.
All right, Ryan, how do you feel about
Yeah, I'm not touching this with like a 20,000-foot pole. I'm not. Once Mark Andrews is off the board, I'm not wasting a single pick on anyone else in the league for tight ends, especially when you can get, like Mario said, Waller probably later, Kyle Pitts possibly later. You can also get the Evan Ingram, Dallas Goedert later. That'll probably produce more points than George Kittle on an average weekly basis. So like, not even touching.
Yeah, Kittle's not even my 3rd tight end. I have Pitts ahead of him, and I'm not touching either of those till like 6th or 7th round. So I think this is a way overreach for Kittle.
Ryan literally just changed my mind within the past 30 seconds. I was
Really?
going to say just about even. I think if I'm realistically imagining my draft, I'm going to start picking tight ends around round 5 or maybe round 6. Originally, I was thinking if Mark Andrews and Travis Kelce are both gone, might as well take my number 3, who's
They
going
might
to be
be
George
by the
Kittle.
5th round.
Yeah, they'll probably both be
They'll
gone.
probably both be gone. Yeah.
Exactly. And so that's what I'm saying is I was going to just say, okay, well, might as well go with my 3rd. But it's exactly what Ryan said. If other people are going to be producing at least similar points, then why not just hold off and save that value for someone
Okay,
else?
so you're going.
I'm going to go
You're
under.
gonna pick,
yeah, under. Way
Mario
under.
finishes off.
Yeah, I'm off George Kittle this year.
Okay.
I had him ranked 6th on my tight end list, and honestly, I initially had him at 7. I just think this is a year where like Ayuk takes a step, Samuel kind of bounces back,
And
C-Mac
McCaffrey's a
catches
receiver
passes. I'm just like, there's too many targets to go around. George Kittle's really hit or miss. He's not the most like consistent, like Ryan said, per week.
Yeah.
I think guys like Dallas Goedert, you kind of know what you're going to get every week. Kittle, he's a great football player, but I'm just off. I'm off him this year.
The thing with Kittle, though, is like he always consistent year after year with touchdowns. It's just last year he had like, what, 33% drop in receiving yards?
Yeah, it's just for fantasy football, you might not win if it's 32, 2, 2.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
he has
that's
too many
fair.
games
Okay,
where it's
yeah.
like 2, 3, 4
Yeah.
points,
Yeah, you
and
need
then he'll have the
consistent-
36-point week. But
Yeah, you need your consistent 9 to 10
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
that position. If you're Kelsey, then
Yeah.
17 to 24.
yeah,
So nice.
But yeah, okay, that rounds out our entire little mini series
Fantasy, yeah.
on our fantasy season, our
That's solid.
fantasy deep dives. We did
Yeah.
quarterbacks week 2, our week 3 we did receivers, then running backs, tight ends. I think in 2 weeks we have a special coming up. We're gonna be doing a mock draft.
I'm excited for this one.
Full
I'm really
yeah.
excited.
live on camera mock draft at our actual positions we're drafting in our 12-team league. We're going to have the screen all set up to where you can follow the draft picks with us. We're going to be talking through who we like. And then after we post that episode, the week after that's our actual draft. You'll be getting some content from Vegas,
yes.
Penthouse at Resorts World for the draft.
Yeah,
and
you'll
then
get a full report of the draft.
the week after
Oh,
that's
I can't
NFL
wait.
season, baby. So we're getting close.
I
wrapping
can't
up.
wait.
We're getting in the swing of
Less than 4 weeks away from the start of college football season. Week 0, the always electric
Oh, yeah.
week 0.
always.
It's the first time you get to really like dust off the old
Bet a lot of money.
Yeah,
Mix it up.
the
Mix
old
up the
bet and ledger.
greens.
Start writing stuff down, watching
Sticking
highlights.
out of a hat. You
Start
don't even
typing
know.
in some numbers.
Watch
Yeah.
highlights
Take
of
multiple
teams you've
loans
never
from
seen.
different people.
Yeah, that or don't take loans. Either way,
Not
we get-
financial advice.
Yeah.
not definitely not financial advice, especially not from this.
But definitely.
Also,
get
maybe.
advice.
But
You know,
yeah, it may be. But
take a loan, give it to me.
that being said, it's the most electric type of the year.
Absolutely.
It's the most fun sport to bet on, and it is something we will be covering extensively. I know we've been talking fantasy, which we love, but all of us were kind of itching to get back to talking college football.
Yeah.
Because it's really the bread and butter. What I want to do to start off this week is go through the top teams, the top preseason ranked teams, tell you what Vegas has their win total at for the 12-game season. So I know teams end with 15 games if they play it, but that includes conference championship and then the 2 games in the playoffs, the first round and the championship. So it's where all these numbers are based on 12-game seasons that are already scheduled. And I want to go around and see whether we like the over or the under for them. It's a pretty simple premise, but I think there's going to be some spicy conversations going on. Starting off at the top, Georgia 11.5. This line is predicting,
Undefeated.
if you're betting the over, it's an undefeated season.
Over.
Yeah.
Yet again,
Over.
Over.
Over, over, over.
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 I hate Georgia, but it's over.
I am also easy over. The easy
Over,
over.
over, over. The schedule's too easy.
A smart man once told me, when in doubt, put it on the dogs.
Wait,
So that's
what?
That's an over.
an over.
Yeah, I'm
have
not
the
going over. this
Easiest
year.
schedule.
Boo.
There's
They had the easiest schedule also last year and almost should have dropped 2 games to Kentucky and Missouri.
don't talk Missouri. Don't talk about the
Hold on.
Missouri.
They were down
game.
every second of the game besides the last minute and 10 seconds.
They were never losing.
They're
that game.
toying with their food.
That's fine. That's fine. But all I'm saying is that they almost lost 2 bad games, and I'm not going to go once again against my word in past podcasts. And I think that home game, they have to go into Tennessee, play good Tennessee late in the season. I think Tennessee beats them. That's why one loss. They could
Okay.
have other losses.
So that's your one loss on the schedule. Yeah, I mean that's their only.
I hope
game.
they go under. I
Yeah,
hope they do.
I mean, I do too.
yeah.
I mean,
but-
I'm just sharp.
I just can't. I think it's if you're betting the under on this Georgia game, I think it's safer to just bet like you get plus money
Per
with
game, yeah.
You get the plus money if you're picking Tennessee in that particular game. I think it's a way better bet than betting the under here. Like
I think they're a way worse team than people think this year.
Georgia.
Yes.
So do you think they're gonna make the
college football
college
playoff.
football playoffs? Win the conference?
We already talked about this. They're gonna lose to Bama in the.
Well, they're losing to LSU, but yeah.
Well, you can have that. I said I like that side of the bracket. I personally like Bama. They're gonna lose that SEC championship.
Oh, that's
Maybe they do
craziness.
the double Big Ten thing. Georgia sneaks in at 4 because of their past, and they could do it. But that's my opinion.
I don't know.
Getting too deep, but yeah,
It's hard. It's hard for me to not go over here with Georgia.
I know you're a big Georgia guy, but
I'm not a big Georgia guy. I'm not an SEC guy, but
every year, huge Georgia.
they win money. They win money when you put it on the dogs.
They do.
It's
They
it's
do
what
print.
happens.
Banks.
Alabama, 10.5, which is a little interesting of a line because in past years, this type of Georgia line is what you'd see with Bama.
Yeah.
But they're giving you 1.5 losses here for the spread line. Mike, I already see you
Oh,
reacting.
it's under. Week 2 for Bama is a loss against Texas. Easy, enough said.
Okay.
Week 12, sorry, I keep on looking at the wrong line.
Enough of the sorries, more of the stats.
Week 9, loss against LSU. That's
Yes, sir.
2 losses. That's an under. Bang.
Okay, Mario.
I actually have over.
What
Yeah,
a
it's 'cause-
respect!
yeah.
I have them
That's because he has them
with
beating
one loss.
Texas
One loss.
Seriously, respectful play.
One loss to
against
LSU.
Yeah,
And that's it.
Okay.
yeah, this guy sucks.
This was a hard one for me. I actually went back and forth 3 times.
with your team.
I printed out the games. I typed out the games I think they could lose. I think there's only 4. Texas, which I actually think they might end up winning, but I think it's like a 60% chance they win that. Tennessee, which I think will be tough. LSU, which will be very tough. And Auburn, the Iron Bowl is always electric. Regardless of how good either of those teams are, they play that competitive most years. And some crazy finishes we know have happened. I am taking a shot here and going under. And I don't love betting Saban unders on win totals, but they just lost Bryce Young. I really am not sold on the quarterback as much as other people are. They say it's still a competition. A lot of people think Milroe is going to be the quarterback. I don't think he can throw. Like, I don't know.
Milroe can run though.
He can run. No, he can run, but it's like the whole thing about Bama, their success with their offense has been like they have all these playmakers, right? Like they had all these receivers going in the first round. They'd have first round running backs. Like if it's just the quarterback can run and they're either handing it off or doing a QB run, like I feel like some of these better teams can game plan
Sniff
pretty
it
well
out,
against
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
For me, Saban always just has
Yep.
a great defense.
Totally.
I mean, past few years, there's been like a few years when they had like Tua and, you know, where like maybe it was lacking a little bit, but
Yeah.
yeah, I think, I don't know. I think this is the year
No, I'm not
they
saying
bounce back. And I'm not a fan of Bama by any stretch,
Yeah,
but
neither-
I'm just kind of seeing the water settle and I'm like, yeah.
Oh no,
this
I'm
is,
not saying it's an 8-win season. I'm saying like if the under hits, it's because they have 10 wins. That's like.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going
Okay.
under. Ryan.
Yeah, I have to go over just because I have Bama just doing that thing. But I just think that, like, it doesn't make sense that Bama's like been rated this high because, like you were saying, they got nobody on their team really. Like they always have a top first round running back, first round wide receiver, top quarterback, offensive line out the wazoo. I haven't really heard much, but that makes me love it even more. They're like ranked. Like,
that's
2
what
in the- I
scares
think they're
me.
ranked 2 in like most polls,
Yeah.
which scares the crap out of me considering
It's like everyone
they were
knows.
nobody's. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, bing bang boom over.
Over Tate.
Yeah, over. I mean, you just can't bet against Nick Saban. I think there's a reason why it's 10.5 and it's not like 10 or even
9.5
lower.
or something.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
I
SEC will be an interesting one this year.
Yeah.
It will be.
Okay, moving on out of the SEC, we're going back. We're going to the Big Ten. They have Michigan at 10.5.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like all
This
these,
is
all
the-
these Big Ten lines. Are
This,
ridiculous.
I think, is one of the easiest overs
Yep.
you can bet
Yep.
all season. Like, this is like,
the whole Big Ten.
this is, well, not the whole Big Ten. I'll get to that later. But I think this is Michigan, like, put your chips to the middle. 10.5 wins. The only game they play is Ohio State. Like, you can pretend Penn State's good as long as you want.
It is in Penn State in their way out game.
Yeah, it makes no difference to me. It's like,
So are you guys all on the over?
oh no,
'cause
I'm
I'm on the over.
I'm speaking for
You're on
myself.
the over.
Mike's on the over. I'm on the
Oh,
over.
'cause
It has to
I
be
am-
an over.
I am. For me, this was the easiest under. I've ever picked.
Why?
We're both on the easiest other side of it.
So I just
This is how you know Vegas is good. Me and Mario were both like, oh, these idiots.
yeah. So for me, easy loss to Ohio State in my mind. I'm like, there's no way they're better than Ohio State.
Was it the
They're-
past 2
Yeah,
years?
I know.
but, and they haven't been better.
But they,
Ohio State will lose
they
the game, but they can only do that so many years in a row.
Not
before-
true.
I love that gambling.
Ryan
logic.
did.
No.
Somebody
Ryan did.
No,
lose
the
by.
better team is like not pulling up, and the other team's getting lucky. You can only get lucky for so long.
I agree.
Ohio State is one loss, and then on their schedule they play at Nebraska, Maryland, Michigan State, Penn State. That's 4 games on the road. Obviously, Nebraska is easy
They're
win.
going to win by 35.
I was just
Go
saying,
to the next one.
few-
Another 35.
easy win.
I'll give you
Easy win, but
Michigan
Maryland,
State's a rivalry.
Maryland. No.
Rivalry game.
Maryland, I'm just gonna say is sneakier than you guys think.
No.
Tulia.
I'll bet you right now they win by 20.
To his brother.
By 20,
$100. 20. They win by 20. Michigan.
Michigan wins by.
I'm not gonna bet it.
You're getting
25.
because
Whoa. Why
you
not?
gotta
That's
take
value.
the point. I'll take
Yeah,
that.
that's value.
That's some action right now.
Yeah,
The spread definitely gonna be way less than 25 for that game.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, I take it right now.
He knows. He
Take
knows.
the bet.
There we go.
There
All
we
right,
go.
But I don't know. Maryland, they're playing at Maryland, sneakier team than people realize, and then obviously at Penn State, at Michigan State. I just think they just have to lose one of those 4 games
No,
on the
at
road.
two.
No, because Ohio State's a loss, so they have 4 games on the road.
Well, no, I hear
Yeah,
you, but like
you know what I mean?
strongly disagree
Michigan
with that
State
logic.
is completely collapsed. I mean,
Yep.
they signed the worst coaching deal in history. They're paying that guy what $86 million when it was just
But
That's
good
why-
for,
They
but
still have
also
players
good
on
for him.
suspension from last
yes,
year.
yes. People are
Yeah,
still
so that team is just screwed.
that team
But
is
that's why
awful.
I love it even more.
Okay,
They're
so
counted out.
Rivalry
so you're
games
under
happens.
over
Way over.
way over
Way over.
Okay, so it's just
Easiest.
Mario.
Big
on
Ten.
Oh, I love
that
it.
side of the
Turn.
fence.
Oh, I love
Big
it.
Ten is the
That's the
doesn't matter.
easiest under of all
Let's
time.
stick in the Big Ten. Talk about Ohio State. I think we're only on the same side of this. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
the number's 10.5.
Way under.
There's going to be no loss.
Way under.
Okay, wait. So you're
Way
under. I'm.
No, he's
To
over
me,
on
this was
Michigan, but
this
under.
was the easiest over.
No, it's clearly over, but I want to hear everyone's gonna say
I have
over.
4 losses.
Wait,
marked
Ryan,
on
what are you?
Ohio
Are you
State's
over
schedule.
under?
I'm over.
Okay, so
Everyone's over.
Mike,
What? Wait,
They
Mike
lose
just
one
said
game a year.
I have 4 losses.
Give me the 4 losses.
I'll,
Mike.
I'll gamble any amount of money that
Any
they
amount
don't
you want,
lose
Mike.
the 4
Where,
games.
where are we talking about?
Wait, hold on. Read off
Read
your-
off the 4 losses, then we can
All
make
right.
bets.
First of all, let me give you my theory as to why this happens, right?
Okay.
No. I just want the 4 losses.
No, no,
Well,
he's
let
gonna
me hear
get
the
you.
theory,
Well,
then I'll give you the 4 losses.
hear me out on my
Let the
theory.
philosopher
Okay.
speak.
Yeah,
Ryan's
all
gonna
right?
punch him in the
Let the
face.
I've
philosopher.
seen a lot of things recently.
Okay.
One of them is
read
a
some
life,
articles.
One of them is a life-changing movie called Oppenheimer. I think it inspired the great Ryan Day. I think he's going to absolutely nuke Ohio State. And with that being said, let's go into your 4 losses.
Bro, that makes no sense.
No,
Like, please don't listen to
Nope.
anything that comes out of his mouth.
what are the
They lose.
So they lose to Michigan.
They lose Notre Dame week 4.
Okay.
They lose Penn State week 7.
Okay.
They lose Wisconsin week 8.
Ooh.
And Michigan week 12.
Damn. So you have
4 losses. That's 4
sharp.
wins. That's
8 and
way
4.
under.
Way under.
Way under.
Wait, Mike.
What's the
Wait,
loss?
hold
on the
on.
books.
Wait, Mike. I'll bet that they don't lose more than 2 games.
Okay.
Oh, $100.
Okay.
You're gonna be broke.
So wait.
Lost more than 2 games. I know.
If they lose 2, we push.
Yes.
Obviously.
No,
Okay.
no. The bet was more than 2. 2's a win for them.
Yeah.
More than 2.
I say 2, we push.
That is not what you just agreed to.
That is 100% why I agree.
Did you hear more than
We
2?
have it on tape.
I
That's
literally
the video
said
that
this
I
is why
will
we're
bet
filming.
that they don't lose
more than 2?
Yes, that
You
was.
said 4.
You
So
have
it's
4.
like 2.5.
Yes,
Yes, exactly. If they
Oh,
lose the third
okay.
game.
See, if you said 2.5, I wouldn't have agreed to it. I thought it was
You
2.
said 4 losses.
Yeah, I said 4.
Wait, how
losses.
about this, Mike? Instead of a $100 wager, we'll just cut it to 50.
No. Keep it at 100. I like this. Still.
Actually, raise
Oh, okay. So we're just
yeah, make it 150 for both.
No.
150
Settle
for
down.
both.
We've
On
heard-
the card,
right.
150.
All right, we've heard enough from
It
Michael.
might be
about-
150 off
150.
camera. We'll see.
We've heard enough from this about
Ryan
from
Day.
Michael about Ohio State.
I love that guy.
This is an easy over as well. I think both Michigan and Ohio State. I mean, they obviously play each other, so one of those teams has a loss, which is why I think they're both at 10.5.
Yeah.
But I think both of these are actually pretty easy overs.
There's nothing to say. Every year it's the same thing. Just they play each other and lose one game.
One of them has 11 wins.
They
yeah.
dominate the whole regular season. There's
Yeah.
one game they both have like every single team. It's like, oh, it's tie going into the 4th, and then they win by 15. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that conference is
joke.
cheeks. No one's winning.
Week 7, Ohio State
Way
unranked.
over.
That's going to be great.
Oh, way over?
Yeah.
hold up.
What?
I will give you 10-1 on any amount of money you want.
No, I'm kidding.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
kidding.
Wait, you're not gonna take 10-1 on your conviction?
No,
I said week 7. That's after they lose.
No, he was saying. Oh, I thought you were saying that you lose 4 games.
so that they are unranked.
Oh, that they're unranked.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Enough of that.
That's a bold one.
All right,
That's a
end to
bold
one.
one.
Next
That's
team.
a bold one.
Yeah, you should be like 1,001.
Yeah, that's a bold one.
Next team, we got to keep moving. Florida State at 10. This was surprising me for a couple reasons. Mostly because they're not the favorite to win the ACC. So Florida State is actually the second favored team to win the ACC. You have Clemson at 1, Florida State at 2. But Florida State's expected wins are a half game higher than Clemson.
Yeah.
That does have something to do with Clemson's out of conference schedule. We do play harder teams. We play Notre Dame. But I think Florida State is actually either a push here
Or
or an
under.
over.
Bang! That is
They
so
play-
fucking
I'm
sharp.
with Mario.
So they play the game. The numbers at 10. Their hard games are LSU, Clemson, and then they have a couple games against teams that could be good, where it's Duke, Pitt, Florida.
Yeah, I was gonna say I
So
like Florida. This
2
year.
losses is a push. I think they lose to. I think they probably lose to both LSU and Clemson, but they could win one of those. And I think they win the rest of their games.
Easily.
So I think I'm betting the over here with an expectation to push. That's my logic on
You
this.
think that 100% they lose to Clemson and LSU? Like
Yeah.
not even
Yeah.
like a close
Yeah.
game.
No.
Even though they're -2.5, -3.5 both ways.
No, they lose.
They lose big. So you're way
Well,
on.
I mean, like, it
then
doesn't
they
matter if
lose
it's
the-
big or not. I mean,
Not
like,
only do they lose those games, they also lose the other only.
well, I'm
three.
saying you're never winning this bet. You're
Okay.
literally only pushing. So I was like, if anything, I'll bet the under. Maybe they lose
Under,
a rivalry game to Florida.
Okay. Mike, how do you feel about this?
Yeah.
I love that logic.
Which logic?
Mario's logic.
So you're betting what?
The under, but I'm also kind of banking on push.
Okay, so under push. I think over a push.
This is just over. They're like
No push.
no push. I mean, honestly, they could lose. I don't think they're gonna lose to LSU week 1. I know. I'm gonna be huge betting on that game. Like they're gonna be plus money, and I'm gonna hammer the whatever you want to call it on that game. And
You can say it. What are you gonna do?
hammer the shit out of that game. And
Ryan, you don't want to start off the season like that, though.
no, what happened last year? But anyways,
We didn't go for
ooh,
2. And we missed a fucking extra
A
point.
lot of what Ohio State did this.
We missed an
Miss,
extra
miss,
point.
What if?
Missed an extra point.
That was a shank.
You lost.
It's a shank.
You lost.
Got a little hand on it.
You lost.
Yes.
If you bet
they
money
didn't
on the
win.
game-
They didn't win. Exactly. We lost. LSU. We
And what was the outcome of
missed
the
an
game?
extra point.
Florida State won.
Yeah, but they
didn't
didn't
win.
deserve to win. And then what they do the rest of the season? Nothing. LSU came alive, ended the season.
Great.
That is facts.
Great.
That's a great
Yeah.
point.
All right,
That's
but
a great point.
so you
Momentum.
hammer
Momentum.
Florida State week
So
1.
did South Carolina, but you don't know what I mean. All right. Anyways, Florida State, the number's 10. They're at worst, I guess you could push. That's a good bet because I like it. Worst, they lose 2 of those games.
Yeah.
But they're not going to go into this.
All right, Tate. I know you feel a certain type of way about Florida State.
I'm not betting the best possible outcome being a push. That's
Yeah.
literally a waste of my time.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're hammering the under.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like max.
I
bet.
love that.
Okay. let's cool the max bet. That is my hot take.
You said
it's a
I-
hot take.
If
a
you,
hot take.
Well,
He knows
throw-
it's
No, it's not a hot take.
Go ahead.
It's max bet.
Go ahead and throw it up.
Oh, I'll
this is
throw it
what
up.
this
Yeah,
is
you
what
said
Tate
they're
said.
not ranked. If
Yeah.
they're not ranked, that means they win
Yeah.
6 games.
I do have a hot take.
Let me hear it.
Hot take alert.
FSU will not be relevant at the end of the year.
What do you mean?
I need to explain.
How not relevant?
What do you mean by not relevant?
They won't be ranked.
You think FSU? Wait, hold on.
Oh my God. Clip,
that's a-
clip, Mark.
that's
clip.
a-
Wait, what?
Oh my
That's a
God.
They
take.
won't be ranked.
You don't. So in the edit, they just saw what you just said. Florida State might not be ranked, so you're definitely hammering the under.
This is as
Alright.
much money.
100%.
All right, I like it. Moving on to the actual best team in the ACC, the Clemson Tigers. Their line is at 9.5, like we just mentioned, just below Florida State. This will be my preseason nuke of the year. This is
your Oppenheimer bet.
This is an actual Oppenheimer bet. If this number is 10.5, I don't nuke it, but I still love it. 9.5 is an absolute slaughter bet.
It's almost
That's
it's borderline
yeah.
disrespectful.
That's-
It is no. This
Yeah.
is. I mean, show me the last time Clemson won 9 games in the regular season.
Wait, what's Ryan thinking about over here? He looks a little.
Yeah, he looks a
like
little.
he's got something to say.
I'm just let him rip.
Oh, I'm excited to hear.
All
what
I
you
know
have
is
to say.
if this is your team, you got to draw the line in the sand. Like you
Well,
can't.
it's been so long since we've won 9 games in a regular season. It's always double-digit wins. Even in our worst year with DJ, it's 10 wins.
There's
Yeah.
got to be a
So-
reason it's at 9.5 though.
They must know something.
Yeah, dude.
They
Yeah,
don't.
they
know
must
something.
know
I'm
something.
looking
They
at
know
our
Notre
schedule.
Dame.
Our only hard games. We have Florida State, Still
That's a
going to be a
win.
win.
That's
It's
a
at
win.
home. Clemson's
that's
at home. Then we have Notre Dame,
Yep.
and we have UNC.
Wake Forest,
Yep.
South Carolina.
Yep.
Wake Forest is nothing. South Carolina is a rivalry. We're going to get them back this
NC
year.
State.
That's a fine game. We're going to win
That's
that
an easy
game.
win.
A lot of games.
No, but they're giving us 2.5 losses, which we're not going to come close to that. We might lose one. We might not lose any. This is easy over. But Ryan, go ahead. Say your piece.
I'm over.
What do you, Mike?
I'm also over.
Oh, you're not,
Yeah, this is an easy over for me.
I'll ride the over too.
Oh,
Only
wow.
because listen, real
Whoa.
quick.
Why were you all
Listen,
quiet
Listen,
during
because
No, because he has them beating Florida State.
correct.
Yep.
I have them being Florida State because of Death Valley. Also,
Not losing any of these other games.
if they fail this year, I think that Clemson as a program is done being a top 5 football team in the country.
Ooh.
No.
Like, you know,
What do you mean by done though? For like how long?
until like coach is out, start
Oh, so
changing,
like clean house.
Clean house. They literally have fallen. They haven't been relevant.
That would ruin Tyler.
Literally, ever since Trevor Lawrence, like,
We literally won the ACC last year.
my God.
What?
Yes, I can go work at McDonald's if I wanted to and be the employee of the month. But it doesn't really matter.
You just finished going through the entire schedule, naming ACC teams, saying they were tough games.
for Clemson.
Oh my God.
For Clemson, you guys are equally. You're not as good as you were. You don't dominate as you used to, and I think because of that, if you guys don't hit this 9.5 number, which means you will not win the ACC, might not make the ACC championship. As a school and as a football program, maybe basketball, another sport will go up.
They're in shambles.
Their football program's in shambles. You heard it here first. So I'm gonna ride it just so I can knock it down if they lose it. Bang, bang, boom.
It's a win-win. It's a hedge bet.
Win,
Yeah.
win. I love it. I can't lose this bet. I'm all in. I love it. Over 9.5. They go undefeated.
For different reasons, over under 9.5, they do go undefeated though. But yeah, okay. Enough of that nonsense. We'll move to Mario's team, LSU. Also, same win total number, 9.5. Mario, I'm assuming you're going over.
Yeah, this is my Oppenheimer bet. This is my new I'm hammering this. This is way over. I think realistically, there's only one game where I could see a potential loss, and it's against Bama.
Jesus.
So
Have you read? You don't look at the rest of their schedule?
Holy
I
smokes.
saw this
One potential game.
Yeah, one
It could
potential
be the
loss.
greatest team of all
So
time.
they're 12
Wow,
wins, 12 wins or 11 wins.
yeah, it's either 11 or 12 wins.
So it's an SEC championship.
Wow.
100%.
Okay.
I mean, we're going to the college football playoff.
God.
College football playoff, SEC championship, over. Mike, are you
Jade
right?
Daniels, dark horse Heisman.
I have the over, but not nearly as like whoosh as Mario.
Not
you
a
know?
whoosh.
Yeah,
but-
not
whoosh,
whoosh.
whoosh.
It's,
Okay.
it's like a scraping by. Like I scrape my knee.
There's so
Yeah,
many tough games.
I looked
we're
at their
not
schedule. They got FSU week 1,
Yep.
obviously going to be a coin flip. Either way, you're on
It's
it.
like it's
Ole
like
Miss
it's like
week 5.
65.
Yeah, Ole Miss with Jackson Dart. Who knows what can happen? They're probably not that good, but he might surprise some people.
And then
Auburn.
Bama.
I actually don't think Auburn is going to be very relevant this year, but you have to throw them in there. It's an SEC team that could play really well at any given
game.
week. Yeah. Bama, obviously, that's a
Florida.
tough
These-
one.
Yeah,
those
that's
are all
gonna
the
be-
stepping
that's gonna be-
stones.
Florida,
for
I
Bama.
think, is going to be ass this year, but they're still Florida, so who knows? And then you got A&M, which
Every
people
year.
are kind of glazing over as like not really a hard game, but like A&M is a tough spot.
A&M's a tough spot.
So yeah, I'm like still give me the over. Go Tigers.
Yeah, I'm going under here. There's just too many. There's too many tough teams to bet, and I am still not sold on LSU yet. I don't think like they're good. I'm just not sold that they're one of the best in the country, like top 4. So like I'm just going. It could be close. I could lose and it be 10. I think it might be 9. I'm not going to hammer this, but I'll choose the under. Too many tough games, like Tyler said.
Okay,
I like it. Give me the over. LSU.
there we go.
over.
Bang.
Have we been consensus on any of these yet?
Nope.
Just one. Clemson.
Just
Oh, we were, but
Just Clemson.
it was like
It was a half.
No, it's
It was
good.
a half.
No, I'm all over
was
it. I love it.
consensus.
It was a half
yeah.
consensus.
Consensus.
All right, Oregon, 9.5 at the number. I know Ryan, this is your pick to win the Pac-12, so I have a good idea where you're going here.
It's going to be logical. So I think Oregon does win the Pac-12. But if you're any of the viewers, do not bet Pac-12 over under wins. Just helping your wallet now. Every week is a random team that can win the division, I feel like, and it moves like 1 to 4, 4 to 2, 2 to 6, 6 back to 1. And any of these teams can win the Pac-12, winning 9 games. And all of them are like 9.5 or at that mark, you know what I mean? So I am saying, don't bet it. I'm gonna do there's not an over, there's not under. Don't bet it.
so like if you had to choose, you would just lightly sprinkle.
I have to lightly sprinkle because I have Oregon to make the college.
And you
football.
have Bo Nix Heisman.
Bowen
Yeah.
Heisman.
So I thought this would be just a easy over.
It's not a hammer over.
So this is
It's not a
logical
hammer. Yeah,
for
yeah.
you, the sharp degenerate. This is where you get the sharp picks.
the sharp.
Just because I love something I'm obsessed with it doesn't mean I'm going to waste your time with it. This over-under for Pac-12 is a joke. Each team can win any other week.
Yep.
If I'm going to sprinkle it, it will be the over because I have everything on their team, but I don't.
Proceed with caution.
I'm in a very similar spot as Ryan, where I noted 4 very tough games, and I was very hesitant to put the over.
They're
but
losing
again,
at
it's
least
kinda-
3.
I don't know about that one because, again, God believe in Bo Nix. I think he's.
Do you?
Yeah.
I do.
I do.
I do.
I actually agree.
I do.
I don't know. I've seen my fair share of Bo Nix over the last.
He's a
nine-
good- he's
the
a-
last 9 years of college football.
My boy, hey,
Same
my
with
boy's
Michael Penix,
got
but everyone loves
experience
Michael
and
Penix.
talent.
He's played 7 or 6 years.
Yeah, these veterans.
Experience
Stetson
creates
Bennett's
talent.
a new type of quarterback where you stay in college as long
That's
as
the new
possible.
college model. The
It's a
Stetson Bennett.
9-year model.
So you're going over. You said
I'm going over.
Mario.
I have 3 losses under.
Okay.
USC, Washington,
So
and
sweat.
at Utah. It's
Yeah.
a sweat. It's a sweat.
good.
But I'm going.
Yeah, I same thing. I think they lose 2 of those 3 games and also like drop a random one. So I'm going 9 wins.
I
under.
marked Texas Tech week 2 as a tough game.
You did.
I did.
What'd you see in Texas Tech there?
Texas Tech.
Just the name, you know.
Good. No,
Just
no,
Texas
that's
Tech.
Isn't that Big 12?
No, that's a
weirdo that might be
sturdy. That's a sturdy team right there.
What do you think about them for this year?
30 teams.
Sturdy.
Texas team sturdy.
Yeah, they're sturdy.
Kate,
No, betting Pac-12 with the overs is losing money.
so you're going
Yeah, we're going under.
under. Okay.
One of them's got to hit it.
I was just saying. Well, yeah. I just like betting every Pac-12 under, except for one team, which we're gonna touch on. Penn State 9.5 wins. It's the next one on the list. This is an under. I mean, like this line.
Yeah.
Screw. Like they should say 9.5. Please bet the under. It's free money.
What are you talking
like-
about?
Yeah. It's the easiest.
I'm talking about
What
Penn
are you
State.
talking about?
We're talking about Penn State.
They're skyrocketing over.
What?
Well, his logic, he is Ohio State losing 6, and
No, his logic is Saquon Barkley went to Penn State, so.
No,
true.
they're losing one of these 2 weeks, but not both. Ohio State week 7 or Michigan week 10. I think they're being Ohio State. And I
Well,
think
they
they're
could lose both and still hit the over.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Way over. They're only losing one of them.
I wouldn't even sweat this. Like they suck.
Yeah.
No,
they're
no.
terrible.
No.
They're
no.
actually
No. They suck.
Yeah,
They
they-
actually suck. Like people think the Big Ten is hard. Like Penn State will lose to like both Michigan and Ohio State, and they'll like still be ranked high because everyone's like, oh, those were tough games. And they'll like drop 1 or 2 in the season. They'll have like 8 wins and still be ranked like 13. Yeah, no. Under.
Yeah.
Under.
Under.
Easy under. Go ahead.
all right. So ACC, no idea what they're talking about.
It's
SEC,
tougher conference.
No idea what the. I don't care about the conference. I'm saying you have no idea what you're talking about when it comes to the conference. Penn State, once again, every year, the only dominant team in the Big 12 and or Big 10 the past 4 years. They're only losing to Ohio State or Michigan. Like, if they lose to both, you're nothing to sweat here. You're having this lock. If they happen to beat one in a close game, it's going to be great. So I think it's just an over. Nothing to say. Really.
I think the Ryan
have-
Mike team up is my favorite thing that ever happens on this podcast. Like when we get to just like,
because the
touching
Big
on
Ten was
stuff like-
they had a lot of good teams 3 years ago, but Penn State it was just like
So do you think Penn State's a good football team though?
a good yes.
They
ranked
are
11th.
definitely a
Like,
good
see,
football
that's
team.
the type of ACC logic that just makes no sense.
No, I think they're just an
Like, I'm not
average.
going to rudely say like the 11th ranked team in the entire 200.
It's just garbage.
country
Yeah.
is
But
not
like,
a solid team.
how'd they get that 11th rank? Like
It's
they
the school
they
name.
pat someone's
And, like-
back, they pat their back. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
we
you
know what
look good
goes on.
preseason, and then
Sandusky. Yeah, we know what goes on at Penn State. All right, Tate.
That's inappropriate.
I mean, they're losing 2 games for sure. They're not beating Michigan and they're not beating Ohio State.
Yes.
So I'm not betting on a team to go. I mean, in my
They
head,
might beat Michigan.
You don't
undefeated.
think they could
have
beat
to go-
trash
they have to
Ohio
go-
State?
They have to go undefeated on the year to hit that
Exactly.
over. That's a miserable.
But if
bet.
you think the Big Ten's terrible,
And they're in that terrible. So it's like the Pac-12. Anyone can win because all these teams are straight garbage. 8 wins.
this
Penn
logic
State.
is just everywhere.
Okay, so
no,
you're going,
I'm on the over now.
Come on, baby!
Bang!
Rip that live.
so
bread.
over, and then me and Tate are under.
Love it.
I'm on the over
Bang.
now. No, because I think actually, surprisingly, they might beat Michigan.
Yep.
I have to give them that,
100%.
and because of that, it was a sweat under, but now it's
Whoa, real quick.
so.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I just lost it.
Yeah,
He's
no,
agreeing-
no.
Stop, because he remembered.
I realized.
He disagreed with you that Penn
exactly
State
what-
might be Michigan
Nope.
after he said Penn State might be Ohio State.
Nope,
So that means Penn State
Nope,
is
nope.
Michael Youn's Big
Nope.
Ten champion.
Nope. Well, maybe. But nope.
Why were you saying nope then?
Well, maybe.
You just said yes to Michigan.
What are you arguing for right now?
I thought Ryan was gonna say that I think Penn State will have an undefeated season. I was saying no to that. When he said Big Ten champion, it's between them and Michigan. So maybe,
Okay.
maybe.
All right.
Possibly.
It's Ohio State every day of the week.
No,
right.
oh, they're definitely not winning.
Losing
anything.
brains.
Let's
They're
get
not winning
out of this
anything.
conference. Enough talk about the Big Ten. No champions are coming from there anytime soon. Tennessee, 9.5 for the wins. I know Ryan. This has got to be a hammer.
Woo! We're going over on this.
Oh,
motherfucker.
no.
It's not even a question. They only on their schedule is actually very easy. Surprisingly, they only have Georgia and Bama, in my opinion, and I think that personally speaking, I think they're gonna beat Georgia.
That's a wild sentence.
What do you mean?
It's an easy schedule. They just have Georgia and Bama.
Because it's the number's 9.5.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
if for a team, like, most team schedules are tough because they have, like, they slide in, like, a Notre Dame there. Or, like, they play at Washington. But, like, this is, like,
No, that's
Slide in two of the hardest teams.
SEC is tough.
Everyone else.
No, but like I think they're gonna beat Georgia, so like I love this line, but I can understand if you feel like they'll lose the Georgia and Bama games, so you could still take the line and win. But I freaking love this line. Tennessee is an underrated team this year. They're gonna do what they did last year, like turn a lot of people's heads. They're gonna be studs.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's wrong. Joe Milton's a loser. I mean, I don't ride with losers.
He's a loser, apparently.
Yeah.
talking to
According to
So,
my.
all right. Here's the thing. He was a starting quarterback last year. Then he lost a spot because, I mean, he got injured. Also, he sucked. And then he's a loser. And now he's coming back. He was
You don't know anything about this guy, do you?
he was permissively given his spot back, and now he's not gonna do anything. He sucks. He's a loser. Under.
I love it.
Wait, what's the story? What's the story?
What are you doing?
What's
right
the
now?
story?
He won a bowl game last year, Mike.
I love
Yeah, guy's still a loser.
love
though.
Mike's logic.
Dude, he might have the strongest arm in all of college football.
Yeah, but
He
that
threw
doesn't mean
80
he's
like
good.
it was.
Yeah, he flicked past. Like, he's like an Anthony Richardson type.
He's gonna be a
talent.
dog.
Yeah, I could.
I love Tennessee.
What are you guys on? I know
Well,
you're
so-
over.
I want to hear what you had to say here. So I thought
What's
this is,
Tate have to say?
I thought this
Oh my
is
god, hurts me so much.
This-
I actually really like Tennessee.
I do too.
I do
This is
too.
why I'm the same. I think I'm the
They,
same
lo-
size
they, lo-
as
they
you.
lost Hendon Hooker and they lost Jalen Hyatt and who's the other?
And Cedric
receiver?
Tillman.
Cedric Tillman, yeah. It just pains me so much. I want to go over with all my heart.
I love
Same.
it.
Same.
Like I want to so bad.
But
And
They
I'm not
won't
lying.
go
I'm not lying.
Okay.
I could be persuaded to go over. I'm serious. I
Same.
could
Mike-
be.
same.
Like
But right now
like
you're going under.
close, but as of right now, I have them.
Yeah. No. So I have
Pull up their
here.
schedule.
I have here. This
Yeah.
is an easy
Did you
under.
see the other win?
But Mike, his talking has made me want to like so aggressively
Exactly.
defend
Yeah.
Joe Milton because I think he's actually a stud. No,
no,
I
he's
think
a loser.
I get he's not. It's just a stupid thing to say. I actually don't think their schedule is that easy. Just anytime you play those two teams, I think there's a certain like, especially when they play them. Like I don't know. I feel like teams can look at their schedule and like have in like internal motivation, like hey, we can go undefeated. But I feel like when you're playing Georgia and Bama same season, like it's really tough to be able to like for them to convince themselves of that. I think they let one slip that's not in those games. So.
UTSA,
And they did it
they're gonna
last year.
lose.
I go barely under.
Yeah.
Oh, they're
I'm
losing UTSA.
They did it last year. They
I'm
beat
on
Bama.
I'm on the barely under as well, but I could be convinced to
I
go
love
over
it. I
for
love when
sure.
I'm by myself. It just always.
I'm
works
not
out
betting
so
this
well.
line.
Yeah, this is one I'm not going to touch heavily because I think
Yeah.
it could be over, like without a doubt.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I'm just like a little bit undecisive. So as of right now, I'm
Schedule, dude. I think it's pretty easy actually.
what?
Under?
No, their schedule's actually pretty easy.
So you're switching to an over.
you're-
Dude, I'm telling you, it's just close. It's way too close to call.
They
It's
did it
super
last year.
close.
No one talks about Tennessee. I told you to go on Tennessee. I'm bang.
All right.
Deal.
But they were really good last year. This year, I don't
Nobody
think.
said that. Nobody said that. So week 3.
5 change. I'm going over.
Oh no!
Boom.
We lost a good soldier.
I'm staying under.
Bang,
I'm gonna hang back for now.
He'll
bang.
get
But
you
I
back
might-
a couple minutes. He
Yeah,
might think
bang,
maybe
bang.
next week all of a sudden I'm on the over. We'll see.
Yeah.
Bang.
Yeah. This is a
Bing,
floating
Right
play.
now, my favorite.
Mike's favorite team, the Texas Longhorns. Their number is also at 9.5. We got a big group.
Mike
at
could go
9.5
last
here.
on this.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll let Mike go
Wait,
last.
I wrote a nice little comment about this.
Go ahead.
sure,
You can
yeah.
lead us off.
Texas is, I mean, they kind of remind me of the Cowboys. They find a way to lose.
They do.
Therefore, I'm digging the under.
Under on Texas Ryan.
Michael Yoon. Me and you all the way, baby. Texas going under. Oh, wow. Don't bet on crappy Big 12 schools that never know how to finish every year. They'll rank them high. They'll get low. They're trash. Under.
Yeah, this is one where I really wanted to get behind Mike and be like, let's go Texas. Like, yay. They don't win the conference. No shot. Texas schedule. I'm telling you, there's at least 3 losses on here. I can tell you before, but
I see one.
Say the four.
Kansas.
Say the
I'd
four.
sleep on Kansas.
they lose to Bama 100%.
Yeah.
Baylor's a tough game.
In
Yeah.
Kansas, in Oklahoma.
They're in Bama and then they go into Baylor. I think it's loss. Then they play Kansas, which Kansas whatever is probably a win for Texas. They're losing to Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah.
That's such a terrible take. That's misery.
Okay.
Let's not forget about Will Howard in Kansas State.
I don't know. And then they play Houston, perennial top 25, just sneaking in there at the end of the year. And then you have a couple BYU. Who knows? I heard their kicker's a lot better this year. And then to end the year, they have a couple like Kansas State, Texas. I don't know.
You were saying Texas Tech is difficult. They have to play in Texas.
Yeah, they got to play in Texas.
I don't know. This is just
30 teams.
easy under.
It's
Mario.
quite.
We'll do you last.
Yeah.
Mario.
Honestly, I think maybe they win 6 or 7 games.
Oh my God!
This is-
That's what I said.
This
7 wins.
This is
they're going 7-5.
easiest under you can possibly bet.
All right. Now,
Horns down. This is the worst team of all time.
Like consensus.
so are we 5 under?
Only 5 unders.
I have one loss marked.
1 loss.
One loss.
Who is it? Baylor?
No. It's the same team that we lost to last year, Texas Tech, week 12. To end the year.
I didn't know they beat Bama. I didn't remember. Did they beat Bama last year?
Okay, all right.
Wait a minute.
First of all,
You have
he
we
has
lost
Bama
to
under,
Bama.
so-
Did they lose to TCU last year?
First of all, I do have the Bama under. So argument number 1. Argument number 2, we should have won last year's game. We're gonna win this year's
Against
game.
Bama. Agreed.
Against Bama.
You should have won last year.
Number 3,
you guys just know how to
in
choke.
Red
In
River
Bama.
murder. We Red River murdered. So Oklahoma's irrelevant. Baylor, suck my whatever, you know. Sick 'em. Because
That's high level analysis. Right?
sick 'em, suck 'em. So you know.
There's some
then-
reasoning
so you-
behind that.
but- so
Michael read some articles to give you
You
that
have
analysis.
Texas 11-0 to start the year.
And then
then
the
they
pressure gets to them. It's too much.
As it always does.
Yeah.
But we still
And then, but you go to the Big 12 championship and you're saying
no,
you
we
win.
still win the Big 12
You're
championship.
11-1.
Yeah.
And then and then 12
then you guys-
after
How
Big
much you want
12.
to bet they lose
More
two
than
or
one.
more games? They lose more than one game.
Why would I bet you
Yeah,
when
you
I
can
could
just-
just
that's what I'm
bet this
I
and
didn't
get a
know if you
lot
were
more
using
money?
logic, Mike. You haven't been using logic lately. So
Okay, so you have
Ryan,
easy.
I'm smarter than you.
Ooh,
I love that.
wow.
I'm literally a
Hot
genius.
take.
Yeah, you tell him, Mike.
On air,
I
too.
read.
Articles.
He reads.
I
articles.
read.
He reads a lot.
What do you read?
He's a big
What do you
reader.
read?
What do you read?
Ryan.
What do you
What
read?
do you read, Ryan?
Clip that. What do you read?
I don't want to.
What do you
Ryan's
read?
getting exposed over
I don't want to hurt
here.
anyone's
Does
feelings
Ryan
online.
read?
I love it. No, let's keep
I
moving
don't like
on.
to hurt anyone's feelings.
We got
Here
2
go,
more
here we go,
teams
here we go,
left.
here we go.
We got, and these are fun ones. You have USC 9.5 wins. Mario
Over.
over.
Caleb for Heisman.
Caleb for Heisman.
Caleb for Heisman.
Over.
Over.
Michael?
Over.
Under their end of the season is way too tough.
Agreed.
Way too tough. There's no way.
Yeah. So we're
There's just no way. That's why it has to be over.
No, there's no way. There's actually no way.
There's just no way.
Don't even try.
SC.
Don't even try.
I do not believe in you to win the Pac-12, but that does not mean I think you're going to lose a lot of games. I think you'll lose when it counts, and I'm going over here. So I'll give them 10 or 11 wins, but they're not winning the Pac-12.
Once again, another Pac-12 bet. Don't put a lot in it. Sprinkle somewhere if you like it. I'm just personally going to go under because I just don't like SC Bucky.
Oh, put that out of my face.
They might be undefeated through week 8 and
'cause
then
he's
lose
illiterate.
the last 4 games in a row.
So you're betting on them losing 4 games in a row.
Yes.
Okay. No, that's
under.
That's sharp.
I love that. I love that.
All right, and then last team, the
It
ever
shouldn't even
hot
be on
topic,
here.
Notre Dame Fighting Irish. They're always last year.
Consensus, please.
Can we just consensus this right now?
Really? I don't think it's
The number's 9,
Oh.
so the number's 9.
If it's a consensus push.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
You start and we'll go around.
We had an incident last year.
Well, we all bet the over. They didn't hit.
No, we
Under.
don't.
So you're going under.
Yes, under.
Under.
Their schedule
They
is the hardest
play.
schedule in the whole
They play
country.
Ohio State, USC, and Clemson, along with a full ACC schedule
They're
after
not
that.
winning any of those.
Yeah,
games.
no, it's under.
Yeah, I'm betting on the push over because I think they beat USC.
And Ohio State.
Oh, and Ohio State.
And Clemson.
Oh, so this
No,
is easy.
no.
Wait, so you got Notre Dame winning 11
They might
games,
lose to SC.
11 games with 2 top 10 victories.
Oh, they're definitely being Ohio State.
So you- do you
Ohio
have-
State's not. They shouldn't be winning more than 7 games this year.
Do you have Notre Dame in
Put your money
your
where your mouth is.
Do you have Notre Dame in your playoffs?
No, of course not.
You have them going 11-1.
No. I
Beating
have-
Ohio
It's
State.
because
and
Texas goes 11
Hey,
to 1.
Mike,
No.
Mike, I'll bet you $100 Ohio State finishes higher than Notre Dame ranked at the end of the year.
No. They're all biased. All
Oh.
the.
I'll bet you they have a better record than Ohio. Than no bias. You win games.
No. Because
Okay,
it's,
I'm illiterate. The
Why
guy
don't
doesn't
Why
make
don't we
any
bet
sense.
just now
Here, Ryan, do you even read?
that you think
No,
Notre
no.
Dame's just going to beat Ohio State when they play?
bang.
Yep. Bet you $1,000,
Okay.
motherfucker.
He strategically bets an amount he knows that Mike can't
100,
accept.
200,
Oh, so
300,
you're saying-
400, 500,
No, no.
600, $50, $10.
So Mario's saying Ryan actually doesn't
Stand
want
up
the
that little
action.
$10 guy, Mike. And
Yeah, Ryan's
you
too
want it, you
scared.
write out the check. I'll finish the thing.
He's saying you don't want the action. That's
want
what
the action.
Mario's saying.
He's
I will
too
bet
scared of the
you
real
as
action.
much money or as little money as you have in your bank account.
Ooh.
Well, okay. It's
Is
not
Mike
about,
going to
it's not about what's in
Is he
my
going to
bank
bet
account.
his whole bank account?
It's not about what's in my
This
bank
little fat
account.
guy.
It's about what is a responsible amount to bet because that's
yeah.
the type of
Gamble
advice that we're
responsibly.
giving.
Gamble
Gamble
responsibly.
responsibly.
Will you place a bet that Notre Dame
Just
beats
throw a little
Ohio?
Yeah, I'll
$5
put 350 on it.
Ooh. You didn't even want the money line.
Electric!
That spread's,
I love it.
That spread's gonna be huge. Ryan just locked in way too much. He can hedge out $50. I can't lose.
And I'm illiterate.
It's because Ryan can't read.
I can't read, so I don't know how to.
Mike's just going to print 350. He's
Mike's gonna
print-
write the bet down, but is anticipating after the game Ryan won't be able to read what they bet, so he's just like.
He's dyslexic.
But okay, so you're. Oh,
But
what's going on right now? Mike's coming after Ryan for no reason.
I
But
love
okay,
Ryan.
so over. You're going.
I have push.
just straight
Really?
push.
Straight
There's
push.
gotta be a bet you can find that at.
That'd be
plus
sick.
350.
That'd
I
be
know.
sick.
Like an
Straight-
exacta.
I
That's
think
pretty sick, yeah.
I think they lose to Clemson, Ohio State, USC.
I mean, yeah, those are the. those are
and
the
so,
three.
I mean,
There's a couple.
But you would tend on the under if you had to pick though. If you think they lose those three.
Was
That means
it-
just one game out
I
of
mean,
one.
Was
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
What logic was it earlier where you said like I'm never gonna bet if I don't think they can win?
no, like, I'm not going to bet
Florida
this.
State.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, it was the
No, like,
Florida
I'm not
State.
going to bet this. I'm just saying, like, I would probably say this is probably a push.
For the
If
viewers.
For the viewers, I mean, I would, like, lightly lean towards under.
Yeah.
Makes
Here's
sense.
It's like, it's kind of what
schedule's
Tyler
barred
said.
out.
Yeah,
I don't
I
think
was
there's
gonna
any
say,
way it can win.
in addition to those 3 top 10 matchups they have, they play at NC State, which is not an easy game with Devin Leary back. They play at Duke.
For
Duke-
Clemson, you said NC State was terrible.
For Clemson, they're going to beat them. No, NC State, I'm just saying, like, actual football games they'll compete in. They have NC State, Duke, Louisville, Pittsburgh, and they play Stanford to end the year along with Wake Forest. So I don't know. I think you find at least
You're
one
gonna
loss.
lose one
You
there.
find
Yeah,
at
they
least
probably-
one loss in
yeah.
that group. But okay, that ends our college football over-unders.
crazy.
That was deep.
That was
That was deep.
This is why we love college football. A lot of energy coming out. These two definitely aren't the happiest with each other right now.
I love
You
Ryan.
just
I love
paid
Ryan.
me money. You
Well,
just
no.
paid me a paycheck.
All right.
He loves Ryan.
Funny,
he loves
that's
Ryan
exactly
Day.
how I
You
feel.
love Ryan Day.
All right.
I love, trust me, I love Ryan. Day.
We're gonna
Ryan
stay.
Day's my guy.
We're gonna stay on this topic. Everyone has their biases, as we've seen, but this is a time to let your biases shine, or your stats and your knowledge. I bet with the heart and with a little bit of the brain, but we're gonna start on that end with Mario. These can be any bet you want, season long, player props, conference futures, Heisman winner, anything, literally anything. Give us your 5 best bets for this college football season.
All right. In no particular order, my top 5 college football best bets. Number 1, I have Drake May over 3150 pass yards for the season, minus 140.
Oh yeah.
Easy.
I think he's going to clear that. I also have number 2, Drake May over 26 passing touchdowns,
Whoa.
minus 115.
Really on the Drake May train.
This
Love-
dude puts up numbers.
And he's thrown in the ACC, I think. He's going for $1 million.
Yeah.
Watch out for that guy.
Next, at number 3, I have Caleb Williams over 3,900 pass yards. He threw for 4,500 with like a somewhat okay offense. It was like very streaky. I think another year. I only see him improving. So, and that's minus 115. Fourth one is Caleb Williams, over 32 passing touchdowns. He threw like 43 last year.
Yeah.
This is minus 110.
He threw 43.
They only throw.
12
They do not
weeks?
run the ball. It's a Lincoln Riley offense where they can only move on the field by passing.
Yeah.
So,
100%.
It's incredible.
and then number 5, I have Marvin Harrison Jr.
Oh.
Over 1150 receiving yards.
a
He went
nuke.
he went
Yeah.
for 1250 last year, and this is minus 115.
Yeah, Caleb's stats last year, just for the viewers.
Wait, what did you have for Caleb Williams passing yards?
Over 3900.
I have it here at 3,600.
Oh!
I haven't. At
Yeah,
36.
my
That's
stats
way low.
my stats were like a lot higher than apparently some other websites because I know like
Come over to
for
our
his-
website.
I know
Yeah.
for Marvin Harrison.
1,000 for us.
Yeah, you have 1,000. So we'll get to that, but yeah.
Okay, Caleb's stats last year: 4,500 passing yards,
900 yards over. If he
42
doesn't- It would be embarrassing. Like it would be embarrassing. if he
Touchdowns,
doesn't
I'm
hit
not a
this.
huge fan
his
of.
touchdown to interception
that's-
ratio
I
was
like
42-5.
Yeah.
Touchdowns, I'm not a huge fan of,
Wait,
but
to
for
five?
Cleared it by
5
10.
picks.
And
no, but passing yards, like you'll get
Yeah.
100% passing yards. You have to get
Yeah.
touchdowns. There's other factors.
What's the
that can
touchdowns
change.
number?
32.
I still love that.
No, no, I'm not. I don't hate it. I'm
That's
just if I had to
9
choose
less,
one,
that's-
yeah.
I'm gonna all in the
Or
yards.
10 less?
Mike.
Save me. I have one giant nuke. I'm going to go at the end.
Okay, so you know on 5 bets you.
I have one giant
He
nuke.
said he didn't want 5 bets. He wants one big
I
one.
will
I have
give you
one value.
I have 3 player props and I have 2 team bets. So
okay.
this is my favorite college football bet of the preseason, besides the Clemson over wins. That's just like a gimme, but this is my using my brain. Michigan to not make the college football playoffs is minus 135.
Oh, I love that.
I am going to
I'm going to
be
hammer that.
hammering
Yeah.
this bet. I think they are not good at all. Everyone's on JJ McCarthy.
Same.
I think he's trash.
Yeah.
I mean, I love their over win total, but they're not. The days of them putting 2 Big Ten teams in the college football playoffs just for both of them to lose in the first round has come to a close. We saw it last year. Ohio State and Michigan both made the college football playoff. Neither of them in the championship. They are not putting 2 teams in. It's only going to be the Big Ten conference champion, which will be Ohio State. Hammering this bet. Second bet, one Mario pointed out, Drake May over 3150 passing yards. This is easy. I think there's a real chance he throws for the most yards and touchdowns of any Power 5 quarterback. Also love him at plus 1,600 for Heisman. All over Drake May. I think he's the best quarterback in the class, but which is like a tough sell because everyone's on the Caleb for Heisman train. But I'm just like a Drake May believer. He threw for 4,200 yards last year. Your line right now, this year, with him growing a year older, is 1,000 yards below. Like,
Yeah.
this is, you're printing.
Yeah.
Next bet, Will Shipley over 950 rushing yards.
Feels like a homer bet.
It feels like a homer bet. Everyone's off of Clemson's offense completely from last year, just because, respectively,
It was
like-
abysmal.
Yeah, I
It
just-
was tough.
But they hate Will Shipley for
They
some
do
reason.
don't like him, but
no,
hopefully
but
they
that
listen.
was their offensive coordinator last year.
Yeah.
I'm saying they got Garrett Riley. Garrett Riley, what he did amazing at TCU was use all of their playmakers to the best of their ability. You look at TCU never has people drafted. They had multiple. They had a running back and they had
On the Saints, Kendra Miller.
Glenn Johnson.
Quentin Johnson as well. Yeah, Kendra Miller, Quentin Johnson, both drafted pretty high, and they're going to be NFL players now. This was not the case if Garrett Riley wasn't there, drawing plays to utilize him. Clemson's offense, out of our entire offense, offensive line, quarterback, wide receiver, running back, our best player is Will Shipley. He is our best player by far.
Yep,
Consensus 5-star number 1 running back out of high school. 3 years ago, he's a junior now, so he can go to the pro. I think Garrett Riley is going to drop everything for him. Like, this is going to be his offense. 950 rushing yards in 12 games, especially in college. Like, I think he's going to blow it out of the water. I love this line. Like, love.
He could beat that by like week 8.
I think
week 7,
he
week 8.
he had some games last year that just like were
He went for like 180.
average
Yeah.
like 9 yards a carry. Yeah. Next bet, Johnny Wilson, the Florida State wide receiver, over 5.5 touchdowns.
So good.
He is so tall. This guy is massive. Jordan Travis, I think, is going to have a very good year through the air. I have their over wins. I think they're going to be an okay or like a good team, but in like that, not like the best team. Regardless, this guy's going to get red zone targets out the ass. Like, they are going to throw him the ball so much. 5.5
The fade
touchdowns.
routes.
He could hit this touchdown number midway through the season, through
Easy.
week 6.
Easy.
So I love these
I like
player
that bet.
props so much. Last bet, and this is, I think, just too easy. And it's just like a logic bet. Georgia minus 112 to win the SEC. We already went through their schedule. There's no way they don't make it to the SEC championship.
Yep.
And in the SEC championship, they're going to be minus like 250.
Yep.
So I think this is just like, if you have the patience to bet the money and wait it out, this is basically just an SEC championship game bet where you're getting better odds. If you don't even like it, you can just bet the other side and you already made yourself free money. Like, this is just one of those bet it and just like forget about it type of plays. But those are my 5.
I love those. I just
Yeah.
stuck with the props because I just saw too many that were too good. I did the Drake May over 32. I had 3,200 passing yards. Love that. Easy bet. I had the Marvin Harrison. I had over 1,000 receiving yards.
Yeah, that's
Wide
even
receiver one.
a bigger hammer.
He's going to get that.
Mine was 1150. He had
These
1250. so
college
that's-
numbers are crazy.
No, they're absurd.
Yeah.
I don't get it. And then I also love the Caleb over 3,600. Caleb Williams over. I actually love that entire Pac-12. Every, like, those top 3 quarterbacks. Williams. Bo Nix was only at
like 31.
it was 31, and then Penix was at 35.
Yeah.
So I love actually all those guys that destroy their overs. Pac-12 defenses are abysmal.
Terrible,
Never there.
yeah.
60 points a game. My actual biggest max bet is Braylon Allen out of Wisconsin. I think he's going to be the best running back in all of college football to get over 1,050, 1,050 rushing yards.
That's a big one.
He hit it.
12 games. You gotta remember
He
it's
hit
not
it by
bad.
200 yards per year. He's never had under 1,200 yards every single year. He's Wisconsin's feature back. They didn't pick anyone up, any like 4-star, 5-star.
Yeah.
All they do is run the football. Big Ten, run the football. This is going to be an easy bid. I think he's going to go out of it. I think he's going to be like the star.
He could go for like 1,400.
He can go crazy this year, be an absolute star. I love that bet. And also, another bet I absolutely love, Spencer Rattler, over 20.5 passing touchdowns. The team scored in their last 3 games as they fired their offensive coordinator, got a new one. Scored 50 points a game, beating Tennessee, Clemson, and Notre Dame to roll out the end of their season. I think they continue that into this year, not losing any players. And he had 19 passing touchdowns. On the first 8 weeks of their season, no idea what they were doing. Offensive coordinator was like the Steelers and the Clemson, like no idea how to use him or what to like let him loose. He started getting going into the year.
He got benched at a certain point too.
That's what I'm saying. He missed
Yeah.
2 games. I came back, end of the year, went crazy against good teams. I think he bounces back. 20.5 is just insanely low for a good South Carolina team that's going to come back.
Oh, I hate him so much though.
I just,
Yeah.
He was on that Netflix show, you know, the quarterback one.
Oh,
like
yeah.
it was.
He's just, I'm just telling you this. He's
such
such a
a-
great bet.
He's
Yeah.
such a little shit.
I might bet that under just to spite him, just to have the line. But no, it's probably a smart over. But I hate.
I
Spencer
got you.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go the same as Tyler. I've got 3 player prop bets and 2 team bets. Yes.
Okay.
I like it.
The
The
First one,
connection.
first one is Michael Penix Jr. over 3,800 pass yards. He threw for 4,600 yards last year. This is not even going to be a sweat.
Yeah.
All that team does is throw the football.
Yeah.
Pac-12.
Every
yeah,
game
every
back
quarter,
off,
every
yeah.
back-
Marvin
Yeah.
Harrison, best receiver in football by far almost. He's going to be an absolute freak. I don't care what the line was. I was betting it. I have 11.25 here.
I love that.
Marvin Harrison over. Caleb Williams obviously over. I had 3,600 passing yards. He almost threw for over 1,000 yards than what his line is here.
Yeah, it's
over
crazy.
1,000.
That's crazy.
And it's at 3,600.
That's like the Drake May
Same as
pass
Drake
yards.
May for 1,000 yards.
They didn't
Okay.
lose weapons, but
I mean,
I have it too. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
He didn't lose his
okay,
arm.
And
Nice.
little spice plus 800 for Oklahoma to go undefeated this year.
And we can now show the clip of throwing money into a fire.
Yeah, that's
You want to
all.
place that? Nope. Just take it.
And then personally, I was considering making this like a massive, just super nuke play, but I'm just gonna give it out as a regular play. I do love it so much. Is Western Kentucky over 8.5 wins this year?
What do you like about Western Kentucky?
I love that so much, Tate. Just because it's the definition of week 0 spirit.
yeah.
Like you're looking at it.
This,
you guys
this is
get
also
straight
like
college football.
out of all of us, this is the most Tate bet.
Yeah.
Tate is the guy who will bet
Bowling Green.
Nevada
West-
State
wait, all right.
under
Nevada,
like in 12.
first half.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
God,
all right.
no.
So this kid, Austin Reed, returning quarterback,
He-
threw
that
for
guy- yeah,
4,700
most passing
yards
yards.
last year.
Yeah.
They
Most
were my
passing
team
yards
to
by
bet
any
he
QB
threw the most
in
passing yards.
college
bet
football.
they're over that.
He had 40 touchdowns, which was good for number 3 in
Yeah.
all of college
No,
football.
he can ball. He can ball.
So this team brought back all of their offensive weapons. The Conference USA is it's Conference USA. I mean, you know, if you can name
Oh,
a team
God.
in Conference USA, they're going over 8.5 wins. This should be an easy wager.
Tate, I love that so much. I love
What's the line?
8.5.
8.5.
No, like
The
Minus
minus
110.
110. Minus
Yeah,
150.
minus
Yeah.
110.
I love that so much.
I
All
love
right,
that.
So we got through everyone's bets.
Hold up.
I'm gonna add like.
Hold up.
Wait, Mike,
Hold up.
Mike's
No,
next.
Mike won, so
I know.
one.
I'm pivoting the mic. I said we got through all of our bets. We're going to Mike for his mega nuke.
This is the one.
This is my.
This is the one.
The chosen one.
The chosen one.
This year, one prop preseason. The value has gone up since I first looked at it. It's been mentioned before. Bo Nix for Heisman plus 1,800. It's exactly what we said before. Pac-12 shootout city. He's gonna go star stud. I have Oregon going over their win total. Everything. Stars are aligning. The value 18-1. Let me buy a Jaguar.
We
Let me-
should have saved my Western Kentucky pick for the
No,
end.
no,
I was
no,
gonna
no.
say
I'm buying a lion.
I thought it was gonna be like a line, like a line you can bet and like hammer. Like
Oh, no,
you
no,
gave a plus 1,800
For your
Heisman
biggest bet of
future.
the year for
And you didn't pick any other games
I'm putting a few $100s on that line.
on plus 1,800.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You're gonna be a millionaire.
Max value.
You might actually get a lion,
You might buy a lot. You might
which
buy a
is
lot.
something we don't need.
No, we
But it
didn't.
would
Michael
be
with a
so
lion.
cool to have.
No, you could not take care of that.
I would take it. The lion would take care of me.
Yeah, she do something to you.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
That will
Inappropriate.
wrap.
Prison. Prison now.
oh god.
That's gonna wrap it up for our college football bets.
Good place to end it.
No, well, I mean, this week, I know none of us actually have bets this week. We all just really we were looking at the schedule. We don't want to give out bets we don't love. So I
Didn't
think we're
work
gonna
out
be-
last week.
Yeah, we're gonna be focusing really on football bets, and you're getting them in a couple weeks. So
That'll be sharp. Don't
We're
worry.
gonna hold on
we'll
till
get
then.
you.
Like we said in the beginning, we got the subscriber picks parlay. Go ahead, subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment. Let us know what you thought about the episode. That'll wrap it up for week 5.
Bing, bang,
Do it,
boom.
maybe follow us on all our socials. We'll link them down below.
Yeah, all the socials linked down below. Tell the people what they should do.
Do yourself a favor, like, comment, and subscribe.